All right, so I wanted to talk to you about something that you're doing that you should stop doing, essentially. You have made up this image of a perfect person in your mind, whether that's a perfect person in your world where you can imagine yourself being that higher goal, or you are envisioning the people you've seen in your lives or you've seen talked about, and they're this perfect individual and they've done everything right. And everybody has told them that they've done right in their eyes and everything is perfect. And you have that little idea in your mind, always judging every act you do. And the amount of energy loss that you're getting from that simple thick problem, having your own judgmental mind sort of being a voice that's a judgment voice, and then your action voice. And your judgment voice is always looking at your action voice. It's always doubting all your decisions. It's always doubting all your thoughts. It's always doubting all the things you want to do. It's always doubting everything in your life. And every single decision you're going to make in your life requires energy to do it. And doubting is an action as well. So that doubting is an energy that's being diverged to the side and then coming back and preventing you from moving forward. So this doubting mind, why do we have it? So we have the ideal, most of it is the ideal of what the perfect person is and what everybody thinks is great, you know. Oh, if I be like this, everybody will be okay with me. Everybody will let me be. Everybody will love me. Well, the truth is that there's no being like that. There's no being like that on the earth ever in history that was loved by everyone. You're going to have people in your life who are not supportive of you. People also not in your life, just in general. You know, people you'll never meet, they hate you. I mean, it just is what it is. But at the same time, people in your life love you, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. And people outside of your life love you. Actually, people outside of your life, there's many more beings who love you a lot more in a lot more deeper way than a lot of us know in our personal lives. That's just the way it is because there's a lot of lovely beings out there. We don't really have the privilege of always being able to interact with them. So the energy that's being wasted from this doubting mind is coming from wanting to be accepted and loved by everyone. Because if you're a smart person, you'll find that you doubt yourself more than the average person. Because an intelligent person is attempting to tackle problems from all sides and to get a baseline view. And a method of that's just, we all have a method of doing this, is we think, what do others think? You know, it's helpful. It's helpful to know what others think because they have different experience than you. They have different ideas than you. And the diversity can come together into a unity and you can get to the correct answer. So, of course, let's listen to what other people have to say and, let's give it a shot. But there's 8 billion people in the world, you know? Can you listen to every one of them? Can you try every one of their lives out? No, you can't. You have one life. You have this life as of now. So you need to make a decision. And if you're always thinking about the decisions, okay, what would he think? What would she think? Well, they're going to disagree, and then those two things are in your head, in your mind, and they're fighting each other. So your voice is quiet while everyone else is fighting. And I guess the idea is, the delusion is at one point the fighting will end and the victor will come up and the victor will come up to you and be like, I know exactly what you need to do. Here's what you need to do. But the victor has to be your own voice. The victor has to be your own voice, and you have to shut everyone up, shut all the other voices up in your head, cut out all the noise. I need to make a decision now. It may be foolish in other people's eyes, but really, what do they know that can end my suffering? What do they know? You know, I can be humble, genuinely. What do you know to help me? It doesn't have to be a confrontational question. It can be a real question. What do you know? What remedy do you have for me that will actually benefit me? You know, it doesn't have to be a phrase or some sort of religion or some sort of philosophy that they have. You can get that from just being around people. You're just around certain people and you know who they are if you pay attention to them. If you stop paying attention to your phone, you stop paying attention to, all your complaints and all your worries, and you stop complaining about all the stuff that doesn't matter. You stop wasting all that attention, wasting all that energy, and you spend time with people. You really spend time with people, especially people you don't like, is really important to spend time with. And to really, how do you work? What is going on here? Why are you doing this thing that I don't understand why you're doing? Sometimes you may open your mind and be like, wow, I never thought of it that way. They're doing it because of this. Sometimes you'll be like, okay, now I understand why they're doing it, and I was wrong. Sometimes it's now I understand why they're doing it, and actually, it wasn't good. It's not a good way of life. It's not something that if you did, you would benefit from. And really, that's all that matters. Can you benefit from it? There is nothing wrong with you wanting to benefit from life. You just have to benefit from life wisely. What does that look like? Really, no one can tell you from the outside. You have to know from your inside, that this is good. This is good. There's no system, there's no philosophy that's going to come and tell you exactly how it is from the outside. Your inner world. Open the inner book. Read it. And you'll learn everything you need to know because you already knew it all. So, I guess it's really all about just following yourself. And the better you can follow yourself, the easier life will be in every way. What does that look like? Does that look like smoking when I want to smoke? Does that look like drinking when I want to drink? Does that look like, sleeping around? Does that look like all sorts of things, right? We all know those things won't make us happy. We all know those things will make us trouble. Or I guess some of us may not see that as of now. Maybe they'll see it later, maybe not. I don't know. But those things, it seems like that's what you want. But really, it's your system. It's what your system wants. And your system is separate from you. Your system, your physiological, your body, whatever it is, wants those things. And also, of course, there's impressions of the mind as well. But those impressions are also separate from you because you can either have them or you cannot have them. To you, it doesn't matter. You're still the same with them or without them. But you have them. They're extra. They're baggage. So we should listen to ourselves. We should make mistakes. But when we make a mistake, we should be paying attention to what's happening, what's going on. And when we pay attention to things, we can learn from them. If you don't pay attention to something, you can't learn from it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be on a completely conscious level where you're writing down everything that's happening in your life and the way that it's affecting your life. But you do have to acknowledge what's going on. You have an addiction, you should acknowledge it. You have faults in your personality that are causing issues for yourself and others. First of all, you need to acknowledge the issues that are being caused. Pull the thread back. Okay, this is happening because I'm this way. And now I can transform myself. I can fix myself. Every single object in the world, every single thing, cars, houses, ocean, they all need maintenance. Cars need new parts. Houses need to have a roof. They need renovations. The ocean is a life. It's alive. All these fish in it. If it's not maintained, the rain's not coming, the earth isn't warm, the sun's not shining to shine up the algae. I mean, you can stretch this metaphor to anything. I guess the ocean was a challenge. But it all needs to be maintained. Change needs to happen. Growth needs to happen. Nothing in this world can stagnate. It'll just, So, it's worthwhile to improve yourself. I guess I just made my first little funny video. I hope you liked it. See ya.